Now let's look at what kind of opportunities you will get if you go to these programs. Where will you work? How much will you earn out of these programs? Now let's start with the ISB here. Now with the ISB, if you look at this chart, you will see that consulting, banking, financial services, IT and e-commerce, they make up for the majority of the placement pie. And then there are other minorities such as FMCG, telecom, manufacturing, energy, and a lot of other functions that make up for the rest of the pie. And if you're around 25 years and you're confused where you're headed in life, and you do not have a lot of people reporting to you right now, or even if you've not managed large budgets, ISB, large budgets in your pre-MBA career, ISB can take care of you. And if you have the goals in mind, but you also know that once I get into a business school, I'll start the real window shopping, man. I'm writing these goals in my essays where I want to explore, I want to go out and check out a lot of industries and functions. Even then, ISB is a great place for you. And although in some of my videos I've stated that a one-year MBA is not meant for people who belong to the confused category and I'm not sure, but I will not put ISB in that bracket. Why? Because see, you're an Indian and you'll be studying an Indian program. Now the whole piece of becoming familiar with the cultural sensitivities and going to places like INSEAD and IMD, you don't have to manage getting familiar with the culture out there in India, right? It's already taken care of given you've been raised in this country. So you can be lost and confused at INSEAD while chasing diverse careers, because job search, curriculum on the top of understanding the international ecosystem can be challenging. But ISB is not in that category, given you will be studying right there in your neighborhood. I mean, you'll be studying in your country and you will not have to spend time familiarizing yourself with different cultures, which can actually take up a lot of time. Now, and ISB has a widespread network across a variety of business functions and is very well respected program in India, at par with the regular 2-year MBA at IIM Ahmedabad and the PGPX of the IIM Ahmedabad, which are the two local gods or the two local business school mafia bosses of the country. They've created great business leaders in the country. Right? So ISB is at par with both of them. And now let's look at the data for IIM Ahmedabad. Now, one thing you will notice in IIM Ahmedabad is that IT takes up for the majority of the pie at IIM Ahmedabad, followed by banking and financial services. But then you have engineering and technology and the other industries. Now, guys, with the average age of 31, when people come from IT companies and take a 1-year refresher of business education, they go back to their industry with this significant jump of salaries, learnings, expectations. If you're somebody who's keen on sticking around the same industry or function and maybe sticking around the same radius of what you've done before, but expecting a very, very huge jump, IIM Ahmedabad is a great place to be in. And if you look at the functional breakup, general management is taking on the majority of the pie at IIM Ahmedabad, followed by IT and then consulting, marketing, and then sales and operations. And if you look at the other data available here for IIM Ahmedabad, one thing you will look at is that IIM Ahmedabad is creating a very, very strong jump in, or adding to a very, very strong momentum to what you've done pre-MBA, right? Whereas ISB is giving you an opportunity to deviate and deflect from what you've done and try out the experiments out there. I'll cover that at the end of the video, so just hang in there. Now, how much do you get to earn after graduating from both of these schools out here, right? Now, how much do you get to earn after graduating from ISB? Look at this data here. This is the data available for the last 6 years. If you see the latest figures, you will see around 24 lakhs and 35,000 is the average compensation. And this has been significantly increasing for the past 6 years. The averages have really, really gone up. And on the other side, if you look at the IIM Ahmedabad, and they have given a very comprehensive data. They have given a very, very comprehensive breakup of everything. So that's a great thing to look at. Look at the IIM Ahmedabad. If you look at the mean and the median figures, you will see that it's close to 24 lakhs, 23 lakhs and 90,000 to be very precise. And then there is this maximum earning potential that takes into account the amount of bonus that you can earn. But I think the more relevant figure to look at is the guaranteed cash component, and that is 24 lakhs out there. And then there is this sector breakup for salaries with pharma, healthcare, which they're averaging around 34 lakhs with 3 placements. So there were 3 people who had 34 lakhs of averages across these sectors. And then real estate is again pretty high with 30 lakhs and 4 placements out there. And then you have manufacturing at 27 lakhs, FMCG 29 lakhs, although the number of people who got just job or 2. The majority was the majority of the pie is IT placements, with 47 people getting the job at 23 lakhs and 60,000 here. So from the financial perspective, both the schools are at par. You get to earn almost similar amount at both the places. The averages are almost the same. The concluding question, what do these two places mean for your career? Okay, so we looked at what kind of people do they pick. We also looked at what kind of industries and functions you get to work in. How much do you get to earn out of these programs? Now, I want to offer a summary, a conclusion, and this is my version of how I see the business world out there. Who should go to ISB and who should go to IIM Ahmedabad? See, I've been doing this for almost 15 years now. Been working with people who've been keen on going to both the programs for almost 14 plus years now. Now, if you're someone, and this is my viewpoint, if you're someone who's keen on doing a lot of window shopping during the business school and want to try out a lot of career opportunities and are keen on studying with a really huge class with significant age and gender diversity, you should study at ISB. See, and even from the admissions perspective, ISB has multiple essays. They want to focus on employability. They ask you about your short-term, long-term goals, but they also have an essay on diversity. They also have an essay on where they want to know how will you add value to the diverse class at ISB. And they've had variants of this essay in the last 4, 5, 6 years. They kind of change the language, but they want to dive deeper into your character. They want to find out what do you bring to the class. IIM Ahmedabad, on the other side, is meant for somebody who is very well settled in mind right now with respect to their industry or function, and you've already spent a decade in your career and you want to go further into the same direction. You want to take your momentum in the same direction as opposed to experimenting with a wide variety of industries and functions. And if you're somebody who's keen on studying in a small class, you should study at IIM Ahmedabad. IIM Ahmedabad, the admissions process, they heavily focus on employability. I mean, they really care about where you're headed right after the program. See, ISB also has a goals essay, but ISB can expect certain confusions and they can forgive you for not knowing at the age of 23 or not having a slam dunk understanding given you're choosing an MBA at that stage of your life. You can be confused at 23, right? So it's okay. IIM Ahmedabad, on the other side, when you're picking up a business school at 31, they can't expect you to carry confusions around. So you have to be a sharp shooter. Do you get it? And they're both great programs. They're both amazing programs. Work hard for them. And they're the mafia bosses. They're the business school mafia bosses in the country. As long as you want a career in India, they're both very well respected and have a very, very strong alumni network. Will be very, very well taken care of. But choose carefully. Both of these programs are meant for very, very different people. Although with some overlaps, some people can expect to study in both the programs and move out successfully. But for the majority, they're meant for very different categories of people, and they'll make very different categories of people successful in their career. I really hope you learned something today. Subscribe to this channel. I'll be doing a lot of videos in times to come. Press the bell icon and get a notification every time a new video comes out. Thank you so much and have a fantastic day ahead. Thank you.